Bobby Fischer is known for his absolutely great tactical skills, but also his positional skills are on a different level. In this game that I'm about to show you, Robert James Fischer invented a novelty move that looks completely stupid, but it completely wins him the game in the long run. This was from the game against Boris Spassky. Robert James Fischer plays with the black pieces against Boris Spassky in their 1972 World Chess Championship. That is right. And you may be knowing this. Robert James Fischer or Bobby Fischer won this championship after all. Pawn to d4 is the move that Boris Spassky chooses. Knight to f6, and we get a sort of Benoni, right? We get a Benoni with pawn to c5, and now pawn to d5, and now e takes d5, c takes d5, d6. This is very standard Benoni stuff here, and white often goes for knight to d4, knight to d2, and e4, and now bishop to g7. This is very standard Benoni stuff. Bishop to e2, developing, trying to castle, castles, rook e8, and now queen to c2. And now, in this position, well, it does look very logical. 95, right? Maybe bring it here. The master database is 95, the most common move in the Leech's database. Pawn to a6. This is also very, very normal. I mean, you play with pawn to a4, but you gotta get out this knight, right? And you can get out the bishop and you place it to d7. But instead of doing that, Bobby Fischer goes knight to h5. And the people were asking, why can't you just take here? And you ruin your pawn structure. You have now doubled isolated pawns, an isolated pawn here, and you opened up your king. How can this be any good? Yeah, Bobby Fischer is about to show you how this positional idea is going to win him the game. After knight c4, he finally goes 95. Now, he doesn't want to trade here. Spassky doesn't want to trade because after bishop takes e5, the bishop is very, very active, and now it's looking very dangerous for his king. So he just goes knight to e3. Very normal so far. I mean, this move, again, I again have to stress this. It's crazy. It's crazy that you see this in a World Chess Championship. This novelty. But we're gonna see. Now the knight goes to e3. And now queen h4. What did this move actually do? This move opened up the queen, right? Knight f6, this opened up the queen. And not just that, it put a controller, it controlled the g5 square. The g4 square, rather. And this is going to be very, very useful in the future. Why? Because after knight here, we get this position. And after bishop to d2, we get knight to g4. Making use of this square. By the way, why can't you just play pawn to g3 here? Well, this is pretty obvious. You just have knight to f3 here and all sort of... Okay, maybe you cannot sacrifice the knight. But all sort of... like everything bad you think about a chess position going to happen here. I mean, then the king is very, very weak. You're gonna push for this. Making this weakness without having a light squared bishop to defend, very bad. So Spassky is obviously not doing that. Bishop d2. And now knight to g4. And you're threatening mate, so the only real option you have is to take. But suddenly, this pawn is back on the g-file, and you have no longer isolated pawns, and the pawn structure is fixed. And the pawn somehow made it to g6 and somehow pushed forward. Which is actually brilliant. I mean, he played literally checkers here. And from now on, this game is positional domination. Bishop f4. Queen f6, b3, bishop d7. The king side is locked. There is no pressure from white on the king side. You have this very strong pawn restricting Spassky's space and taking away crucial squares. Counterplay moves like pawn to f3 are very difficult, or pawn to h3. So this is so brilliant. I mean, a4 is played. I mean, preventing this, and now we just slowly but surely get these kind of moves. he plays for b5. And in this game, Fischer shows how you win a position positionally. He went for the standard plan of b5. And now, slowly but surely, is going to double up his rooks. Right? Make the right trades. Push his pawns forward. This pawn is now a pass pawn. He has pressure on this guy. He has pressure on this guy. The bishop is nicely defending. It's nicely placed. The rook's probably gonna go to another file. Or doubling here. Again, putting more pressure. Slowly but surely pressuring the white position. I mean, white is I mean, their head. How do you say this? They're standing at a wall or something. I don't know. There's some sentence there, but white is just completely defending only. White is only defending. I mean, this is only defended and this is defended. So yeah, now you get this, and the pressure pays off. I mean, bishop. Not right now. Be careful. Not right now. Don't immediately cash in. Because you don't have to cash in immediately. You can simply go here. Because white cannot do anything. That is another brilliant thing. You could cash in. You could play bishop takes g7. Just take here and win this pawn. But instead Fischer decides to go h5, this and king h7, saying, why wouldn't I just improve my position? Why wouldn't I just improve my position? Maybe gain some time, and now he cashes in. Takes. In this position, he's simply up a pawn. And we have opposite colored bishops, so this king is weak. So this is really, really bad for him, for Spassky here. And slowly but surely, he makes his queen more active, and the king is completely cooked. And in this position, Black resigns because there's no way for him to survive. After this, we get queen here, and then it's mate. After this, then we get what is played here. Just turn on the arrows for quick. Yeah, okay. We just go here, attacking this, and then going here in a second. And same thing if he goes there. Even this is even more devastating. So yeah, completely winning for the white pieces here. And for the black pieces here. So this complete positional domination. Making a beautiful positional move, locking down the king side, and then slowly but surely putting pressure, cashing in at the right moment, trading off the pieces, and then winning this opposite colored bishop endgame, but the queens obviously are on the board. Really beautifully, positionally dominating the king. And then Spassky has to resign. Beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful game here by Robert James Fischer. If you want to get your chess games analyzed by me, hit the first link in the description. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button right now, and I see you in the next video.